My name is Michael Lombardo with GlideFast Consulting, and today I'll be doing a quick overview of ServiceNow just around the user interface and some basic functionality in ServiceNow. As you'll see, as soon as I log in right away, we have this dashboard homepage functionality of ServiceNow. You can set a default homepage for pretty much everyone in IT if you'd like. Based on their role, we can choose which homepage we'd like them to see. So right now we're looking at just the basic idle homepage, which is basically everyone in IT. When they first log in, this is what they would see. So you can set this, we can customize this by default in any way we'd like. And maybe you have some key performance indicators. Maybe you have, your work queue listed here. So it's really powerful. You can set this by default. You can also set it maybe just the service desk sees a certain homepage. It's fully customizable per user. So you'll see as soon as I drag this over to the right over here, you'll see the title of the homepage changes to My Idle Homepage, and now this becomes completely owned by me. I can delete reports off here. I can add new reports. Maybe there's plenty of out-of-box reports, but maybe there's been some customized reports per your organization, and it's really, really simple. Pretty much any user can navigate their way through this. And again, you can create your own home pages. I went ahead and just created a quick example of a service desk homepage. You can also add in refresh interval if you'd automatically like to refresh it. Another great piece of functionality is the chat. So it's very similar to like a Google Hangouts type of functionality where it's a pop-up window right in your screen. There's also desktop notifications. So if your browser is minimized and somebody sends you a message, it'll pop up on the browser. Just to give a quick example here, if I wanted to send an email to David Liu, I can type that in. And obviously you can chat, hey, what's the status of this incident? And what I really like about this, let's say if I go to this incident here, if I just from the simple fact of typing in an incident number, let's go here. So I'll just type it in here, INC 1234550. So just from typing in the number and hitting enter, the system's intelligent enough to recognize that that's a record number in the system, a unique identifier, and it automatically creates a link for it. So let's browse away from this incident for a second, and if I actually click on this, it'll take me right into that incident. The system recognizes that's a system number and takes you directly into that. Another very important functionality of ServiceNow is the search functionality. So let's say occasionally you'll have a user call in, let's say on the service desk, if I'm a service desk agent, and a user calls in and says, hey, my manager Beth called and I wasn't sure what the incident number is, and maybe she didn't even know the last name. I can just search for Beth and you'll see I get results right away. So I have incident results, change results. Really searches pretty much everything in the system. It even searches knowledge, catalog items. Maybe I actually found the user record itself. Maybe we had to change a phone number or something. So very, very great functionality. If I typed in something like SAP, again, it's going to search every we have the ability to add pretty much any form in ServiceNow or any table in ServiceNow into the search. Another very useful feature of ServiceNow is just the basic list layout functionality. So what I'm looking at right now is a list of incidents, and just from this view right here, I have the power to do so much. So it's very similar to Excel, where I can double click into a cell and modify it directly. Sample incident number 2. Right, so I have the modify. I also have the ability to modify multiple rows at once. So if I just hold down the Shift key, similar to Excel, obviously, and just press the down arrow, I can modify multiple fields at once. So if I wanted to say all these assignment groups should be service desk, they can go ahead and do that, click save, and now just like that, very quickly, seamlessly, I've just updated multiple incidents at once. And that's pretty much available for every single field on the form. There's also, I really love the show matching functionality. So if I wanted to see, okay, show me all the incidents that are assigned to the service desk. In other systems, you may have to go in, run a custom report or things like that. With ServiceNow, you can easily just right-click and hit show matching. And now you'll see at the top here, the filter we have originally was active as true. Now it just added in assignment group is service desk. And now I'm looking at all the incidents that are active and assigned to the service desk. Similar to that, we have the ability to do the opposite, right? Filter things out. So if I want to say, you know what, I want to see everything not assigned to the service desk, I can just right-click and filter out. I also have the ability to add bookmarks in ServiceNow, so I can add pretty much anything that's a link in ServiceNow, anything that's clickable. I can create a bookmark from that. So if I grab this, if I wanted to grab this whole filter, right, where maybe I look at this every day, every incident that's not assigned to the service desk. Maybe that's part of my job. I can just grab this and drop it over here. And if I go to the star functionality, I have the ability, let's go into an incident. And then I can go back to that query every time. Same thing with an incident. If I wanted to save a particular incident or any record in ServiceNow, I can just drag that link. Because this is something I can click on, I can drag that over to the left-hand side, and now it's bookmarked for later. I also have the ability to modify these. So if I wanted to, maybe this was a web queue. This was part of my job. Web queue monitoring, right? I have the ability to just save that. Now I know what it is. I can actually even change the icon, change the color of it. And then I can get rid of this lift navigator, and it kind of just has my bookmarks. So if I'm trying to save as much real estate on the screen as possible, it's also a very powerful feature for that. Let's go back to our list of incidents. I'm going to show all records here. Same way I do the right-click and filter out things, I also have this very nice search functionality where I can search pretty much any field that's here. I can type in, let me see Outlook. Now it shows me everything related to Outlook there. There's also this filter functionality. If you want to get a little bit deeper and more complex into what you're searching for, if I want to search for the customer or the caller, is Beth. I don't know if we have any of those, but we'll find out. And she looks like she did call in once. And if we go into this record, you see if I just hover over this I can see, pretty much get a nice preview of that record. So Beth Anglin is the caller, obviously, on that record. What's also really nice, looks like I've already customized this. I'm going to reset this to the column defaults and then show you what that was. So, out of the box you have, or, your organization may customize your list layouts to be a certain way, the number on the first column, the priority state. But maybe you as a service desk agent, as an end user, as a, tier 2 level support person, you care about different information so you can digest as much information as quickly as possible. You have the ability as any user to modify the list layout. So maybe I want the state moved up here. Maybe I really don't care who's assigned to. Maybe I really need to know what category it is. And you'll see a category back in here. And once I click OK here, you'll see this icon now has a dot next to it, and that means I've personalized it. And obviously the changes that I just made are there. What's also really powerful about the list views is I can run a report right from this view. So let's say I want to run a report on priority. And let's say I just want to see a quick pie chart. Show me all the incidents that I'm looking at right now, grouped by priority in a pie chart. Just in one click, I'm able to view that information. And then what's really nice about the majority of reports in ServiceNow is these are all drillable, meaning if I wanted to see all these low priority incidents, I can just click right in here, and now it takes me to that list filtered to whatever I just clicked on, which is, in this case, priority is 4. And if we were using the dashboards, I can go back. I can just, in one click, I can say, hey, I really like this report. Let me add this to my home page. And now with just one click, that report's been added to the home page. Okay, everyone, that'll conclude this demo. Thank you very much. And if anyone has any questions, they can feel free to email me at mike@glidefast.com. Thank you so much.